beberapa kalimat atau mosi-mosi.
Ada beberapa kalimat.
Yeah, and to start, we will say your motion is ready. To trigger the motions randomizer, and they will have to say stop to select the motions. Jadi nanti udah ada beberapa pilihan mosinya, kemudian mereka harus bilang stop. Yes. ID card number is prerequisite item to use social media. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree with this motion because it's really needed to sign up for everything in social media, especially for cybersecurity system. There are so many people that are hacking our accounts, and it was very dangerous. It can lead to many emergency and also makes people really irritated by having this kind of problem. Me personally really like that having a
The development of the digital world and social media has brought us to an era where people are emphatic but have no action. Do you agree or disagree?
I would say yes. I agree with this motion. In my opinion, let's see this issue from the family perspective. Loving the nature and showing the beauty of mankind, I think is the best way to achieve universal family. The new ethics of human race guide us to embrace global approach to the concept in era digital media and social media. It destroys the boundaries between all kind of social status. So what we need is respect all forms of life as how we respect ourselves, because only when each and every individual has fully accept the concept of universal family, I think this is the best way to achieve the greatest thing in life and respect all people from the era digital media and social media. Mau lihat ya Godang? Thank you so much.
Wow, what a very well.
The Indonesian government may let ex-corruptor from running legislative election once they have proven clean. Do you agree or disagree?
I will say no, because corruption for me is the ultimate betrayal to the community itself. And legislative is someone who we trust to promote our rights and to promote what we believe is right in the community. When it comes to legislative, we want someone who is reliable and accountable for what they've done beforehand. If someone is realized doing a wrong thing, especially betraying our country by taking a lot of money out of it, I think it's very wise for us to forgive them, but we will not give them a chance to do it again twice for us, because Indonesia deserve to have a very wise representative. Thank you.
Wow.
Very well delivered.
A beautiful life is indicated by clear goals and purposes. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree with this motion karena kehidupan yang ditujukan dengan tujuan yang jelas, kita akan melakukan sebuah perjuangan untuk melakukan ke goals yang kita inginkan. Karena saya percaya ketika kita memiliki kemampuan dan memiliki mimpi, kita akan meraihnya dengan perjuangan. Tetapi ketika kita melakukan atau tetapi ketika kita merasakan kesulitan, kita akan tahu bagaimana cara untuk bangkitnya. Terima kasih.
Wow, good job Banten 2.
Yep.
A little stumble, but she did.
Discussion at G20 needs to focus more on peace rather than economic transformations. Do you agree or disagree?
I would say no, because economic, first of all, the COVID-19, the G20 needs the purpose of it is to recover the economy and then to develop like people's peace and then like education. I feel like we need to work on a lot of things and need to focus more on the economy. Therefore, if we reach the economy successfulness, then we will reach the peace in the world. Thank you.
All right, what an amazing answer from Yasmin. An advanced English language skill needs to become a prerequisite to join beauty pageant contests. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree with this motion. Beauty pageants specifically is an international thing that everyone goes through, especially women. As women, we would like to go to a beauty pageant, and of course, we need to understand English because English is a language that everyone needs to learn. Our language that we usually speak every single day is important. But if we want to join a beauty pageant specifically, English is really, really important. Because beauty pageants happen internationally, and when you come to a beauty pageant, you will meet lots of these girls from all over the world. Not only from your country, but from all of the world. So you need to know how to communicate with them, and it's really, really important for me. Thank you.
What amazing
Wow,
answer,
yes,
Kathy.
very convincing, Kathy. Good job.
Yeah.
Spirituality is the source of true happiness. Do you agree or disagree?
I would say yes with emotion because I believe the spirituality that we have is a core value of us as a human. And if we have a core value, the strong value of a human, then we know how to act, how to respond, and how to live as a person. And I believe this is the truth of happiness. Thank you.
Wow, nicely
Thank
put.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you Sulawesi Utara.
Directors of multinational companies are personally liable and deserve to be punished heavily for the environmental abuses committed by their companies in the developing world. Do you agree or disagree?
I strongly agree with the statement because I think that all leaders should apply and be a good role model, not only to their staff, but all over people that is watching the leader. So I hope the leader all over Indonesia could bring and reflect a good statement as well, a good behavior and a good act towards our environmental issues. So I hope in order to us to live a better life quality ahead starts from our leaders and then for our society. Thank you.
Wow, very well put, Jawa Timur. Thank you.
The classic children fairy tale should be written with the aim of correcting gender stereotypes. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree with this motion because I believe the children's fairy tales, the old classic children's fairy tales, sometimes the princess only depends. They need man to depend on, and I believe this is the time for women empowerment. So it is very important for the classic fairy tales to be changed so that the women is able to do everything in their own. Thank you.
Wow, what a great
Right.
answer from Jess. The existence of a disabled bus industry brings more harm than good to disabled people.
I disagree with the motion that the existence of a disabled-based industry brings more harm than good to disabled people. As we can see that a lot of companies, a lot of restaurants, they hire disabled people. And we need this. The reason is because we need to empower them. Some people would think they are not capable of doing these things. But what we can do is to empower them, give them job, provide for themselves, and even though from the data, from the internet, there is an interview with the disabled people. And they told the people that they feel loved, they feel happy, they feel empowered. That is the reason why it is crystal clear that it is good for the disabled people to work. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, DKI Jakarta 5. Individuals or group who intentionally exploited the misfortunes of others, for example, but not limited to their financial situation, social status, or conditions in order to gain viewers or engagement deserve to be called out and publicly shamed. Do you agree or disagree?
Terima kasih. Saya setuju. Dengan memanfaatkan kemalakan orang lain merupakan hal yang tidak benar. Sepatutnya kita sebagai manusia terus memberikan cinta dan kasih kepada orang lain dan tidak memanfaatkan peluang apapun. Jika ingin memberi, berilah dengan setulus hati, berilah dengan cinta dan kasih tanpa ada pamrih, tanpa ada ingin mengambil keuntungan sekalipun. Karena saya percaya terus berikan cinta dan kasih sayang, hidup akan terus menjadi lebih baik. Terima kasih.
Wow, berikan tepuk tangan ya. Cryptocurrency which is not limited to Bitcoin and Ethereum needs to be abolished. Do you agree or disagree?
I definitely agree with this motion because it takes a deep learning and understanding to know your financial strategies and planning. And we have seen the news nowadays, a lot of people getting a lot of damage because doing that cryptocurrency. And therefore, I would like to advise everyone to know and to choose your financial plan wisely. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.
Social media needs to urgently invest in artificial intelligence that can detect heavily edited pictures, for example, but not limited to personal photos and landscape. Do you agree or disagree?
I do not support the motions. The reason is because, first, we have to understand that even though I really support the development of artificial intelligence in all sectors, especially in social media, we have to understand that AI is a very, very costly investment. And maybe if we invest in heavily edited picture using AI, it might not the best option for now. We know that government have already spent a lot to spend in the pandemic situations, and maybe AI is a very great solution to implement in our technology. But for now, AI, I think, in my personal opinion, might be used for other example. For example, AI can be used in other, like checking whether the news that we receive is right or not, whether there is hate comments or crimes or not in the social media. I think that's very more important than compared to AI in the social media. Thank you very much.
Wow, I really like her perspective towards AI.
Every woman should be given the choice to abort their pregnancy. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree with this motion because I believe that every life itself is a gift. I believe that child could never choose who their mother is, but a mother could choose whether they want to have children or not. At the same time, that does not mean that I disrespect women who do abortions, because maybe they have some reasons such as rape victims or medical conditions. Therefore, personally, it is against my ethical belief. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. The feminist movement should oppose the commercialization of reproductions. For example, sale of ova commercially, surrogacy. Do you agree or disagree?
I don't agree with this motion because I believe that the commercialization of reproduction will give opportunity for those who cannot give birth, and it will help them to have a better future and a hope in life. Therefore, I believe the commercialization of reproduction should be accessible for all women throughout the world. Thank you.
Right, very well put, Melanie. What do you think, guys?
The essence of being a true woman is when a female becomes a mother. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree with this motion because the essence of being a woman is not only when a woman can bear a child. A woman is born to be a woman and to be her true self. So just because someone cannot bear a child doesn't mean they're no less of a woman than someone who can. And I would like to say that every woman is a true woman for being themselves and being who they truly are. Thank you.
Wow, way to go, Bali. Thank you so much.
Beauty pageant participants may have a choice to discontinue their advocacy once they have finished their reign. Do you agree or disagree?
Yes, I agree with this motion. I think we as humans has the ability and the willingness to change. And the one thing that is stagnant is change itself. Therefore, when one beauty queen finishes her reign, she should have the choices whether or not to continue her advocacy. What is important is that she has left her impact to the society, and we should also look forward to what her contribution. It should not only be based on what her advocacy, but it could also be from her talent, compassion, and her spirit to other people. Therefore, I do believe that once they finished their reign, they could focus on other things, not only to their advocacy. Thank you.
Wow.
Great answer.
Bravo. Thank you